So we're gonna have some discussion in a group, and I'm going to ask some question to you guys, and just please answer it. How do you think about Hong Kong?
Hong Kong.
Well, I think like Hong Kong is politically very unstable right now. There are a lot of issues going on, and as a foreigner living in here, I kind of I feel bad actually. Like that's the first feeling that I get when I see the how people are being having difficulties. But on the other hand, when I think from my own side, if I try to be selfish, it is quite uncomfortable and inconvenient in the sense that MTRs and public transportation sometimes get
It's inconvenient.
get really messed up.
I get it.
Yeah. So to sum up, I feel bad on one side of me, but on the other hand, like I really hope that everything just goes very well, ends well.
Yeah, for me, first semester was really harsh, so it was really difficult to live here. And then it just got better because I really like the weather. It's really hot and I like this humidity. I got used to it, so it's one good thing. But when it comes to the political thing, it's kind of tricky because I have never encountered all those aggressive session like right in front of my eyes, so it's fine for me. But whenever I turn on TV or CNN, it's going crazy here. So a lot of people actually worries about me. They call me a lie. But overall, I like it. Yeah, it's really nice here.
But these days, so dangerous. So like in front of the campus, there are police. We call popo. What? Well, there's many police in front of the campus, so we cannot go outside. Like yesterday was my birthday.
Oh,
But like
your
when
birthday!
even there is police, so I cannot go. So that's the worst thing.
Yeah.
And also we cannot wear some black clothes and white
Yeah,
clothes.
it's not comfortable in that outside.
Okay. Why did you choose to come to Hong Kong to study here?
Well,
Like, what
actually,
was the reason for it?
So I'm year one undergraduate right now. So when I last year when I was still in high school, like last year of my high school, I was looking for different like universities around the world, in Asia especially. And since I had a clear goal like that I want to be a science teacher, and that this university offers like education course like mostly, and it is well known for that side of academy. So yeah, I thought that this college is like the best choice for me, and that is the reason why I chose Hong Kong.
How about the others?
Do you have any reasons?
I was searching for the countries which is using English, and I found that I didn't want to go to the USA or UK, like the far away countries. So I was searching in Asian countries. That I found Singapore and Hong Kong, and I found the Education University of Hong Kong. So I was very interested about studying English overall. So I choose here.
Well, for me, I was expecting a diversity, so we're international. But be honest, when I first got here, there were more Hong Kong people and more local people, so that could not actually fits my dream. But still, it's quite international compared to Korea, at least.
What was your first impressions of Hong Kong?
Hot weather.
So hot, so hot. Yeah, that is so true. So hot. I arrived in the winter. It was still so hot. Because my buddy told me that it's gonna be so cold, so I wear like really fluffy jacket. And at the first time I got here, I was like sweating because it was so hot. But for her, it was cold because it's like comparatively cold. But compared to Korea, it was so hot.
Yeah, I heard January is quite cold here.
But still, it's like way
18?
hotter than Korea. Yeah.
18 degrees.
As a
Yeah.
Korean.
Was like a food and language being a problem of living in Hong Kong?
Yeah.
Yeah, quite a lot. Actually, one thing about it is, before I came to Hong Kong, like Hong Kong was something like it was something new to me. I knew nothing about it. But when I was researching about Hong Kong, I realized that one of its official languages is English. So I was expecting a lot of people
Yeah,
here
me
to,
too.
you know, be comfortable in speaking English, but
Yeah.
it
In
wasn't.
reality, boom, no
Yeah.
way.
Only young people can speak English. Like,
Yeah.
all of them use
Mhm.
Cantonese, so I cannot understand what they're talking about.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, about food, it is really, I personally think it's very different from Korean foods in the sense that a lot of spices are like main
It's
ingredients.
more Chinese.
Yeah, right.
And
There are like quite many
Yeah.
spices that I
Mhm.
can't eat, so yeah, that's another difficulty I faced.
Yeah, they have very strong spices.
Yeah.
I can't get used to it.
Have
I
you
still
ever
like it.
made
Yeah.
Korean food in home?
A lot. I cook every day for myself, so I'm not really missing Korea because I can cook everything, literally. But yeah, a lot.
Have you ever been to a Korean restaurant in Hong Kong?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's expensive. It's hecka expensive, to be
Yeah,
honest.
so
Yeah.
it's not
So
a
I
big
can't
mostly
afford
just
it.
cooking for it?
Yeah, mostly. Because it's like way cheaper
Mm.
and a lot of times it's delicious. So.
What do you miss most?
For me, nothing. Nothing about
Nothing.
Korea actually.
Carpet.
Oh.
Yeah, I do understand
Oh, I
this.
miss my
Yeah, I think it's like
place.
Korean thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some Korean carpet, not
Yeah.
Pacific coffee.
Yeah. I mean, Korean has like big cafe thing, so we normally study at cafe.
Yeah.
We normally order really pretty like cakes
Cake
or
and
great coffees. They're awesome. Like they're really, well, I can't compare it from here, but I mean, it's really great. Yeah.
What do you think about the people in here? Just the Hong Kong people?
They're so kind, I
Yeah.
think.
Friendly.
They always,
Yeah.
whenever I ask them like something like where it is here, how to go there, like
Yeah.
they always like answer really kindly. So I think Hong Kong people are so nice.
How about Teo and
Well, people, actually, like, yeah, I also like the people here in the sense that I got a lot of helps when I was in difficulties. Like I lost important stuff, and the school tried their best to help me. But on the other hand, like there were a few people who were supposed to help me because they were like in charge of helping and assisting people, but still did not do their job. So that kind of like made me feel mixed emotions about the
Mhm.
people here.
And there are some Hong Kong people who are so obsessed about Korean culture. So they always come to us and speak Koreans and like ask us to teach Korean and let's play together when we go to Korea. Oh my god, I mean, I'm kind of sick of it to be honest, because it's too much sometimes. There were like too many students like that, so a bit too much, to be honest.
I'm gonna ask you about more like a deeper question. Like, do you know any of the history of Hong Kong?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
the
don't know.
colonization and the
Yeah.
50-year thing, right?
Yeah.
Can you describe a little bit?
It was colonized by Japan just like Korea.
Japan?
Yeah, it was colonized
Oh,
by
I
Japan.
didn't know that.
And then it used Cantonese because I know how to say that person's name in Korean, but not in Cantonese. But there's like really very historical person who tried to keep Cantonese area as speaking Cantonese and stuff. So we can see the statue in this university, I guess. Yeah. And you can see that statue a lot of places in Hong Kong. And what else? Speaking Cantonese is a big deal, I
The
think.
UK.
Oh yeah, it was colonized by UK, obviously.
Yeah.
And then got independent, but became dependent in China.
Yeah.
So it's like two country, one country, two systems. Yeah, those basic stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes Hong Kong special.
Yeah.
What do you think about some recent changes in Hong Kong?
Well,
A revolution.
revolution. Like, okay, the protest has been like going on since quite many years ago, I guess, right? But then, like recently, I think it has become like quite more aggressive, I guess.
Aggressive.
Yeah, because like the 5 demand things, and like recently there was a day when all the stations, MTR stations, were like blocked, like not functioning, and I was really surprised because I asked one of another Korean living in here but who lived here for a long time that whether this happened before, and he said this never happened, and yeah, that really surprised me.
Have you ever met local friends a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah, all the time. Yeah, we
Every
study
class.
with them.
We eat together.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
맞아. 질문 뭐야?
아, 하나 더 있긴 있어. 막,
음,
그 한국에서 봤던 거랑
어.
홍콩에서 봤던 것 중에 이렇게
아.
닮은 부분이 있냐고. 진짜 똑같은
되게
부분?
좋은.
Similarity?
아니, similarity 말고 막, 그렇게 환경에서
한국에서 본 홍콩이랑 홍콩에서 본 홍콩 말하는 거야?
어.
오, 진짜 다르지.
엄청 다르지.
일단
영어로
하고
좀.
있는 거야? It's very different, I guess,
Yeah.
because when normally in advertisement you normally show the most developed part of Hong Kong, but actually we have a lot of nature here. What I really like the most, you can see a lot of beachside kayaking and like rock climbing and hiking. There's so many things you can do in the nature, and that's very different. I didn't know when I was in Korea. What else?
For me, I thought Hong Kong is very clean and like all of them are so nice. But when I arrived here first time, the hotel was not good, and your hotel was like smells really bad. You know, like
I know.
the market, how to say, like fish and like that. So I was so surprised about that. But there are many sides of the Hong Kong, like good sides and bad sides.
Yeah.
In my case, I saw some advertisements, and in advertisements, every people says English. Yeah. But in reality, many people says in Cantonese.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's the difference. And yeah. Also, in advertisements, there are some city,
View.
yeah,
like,
city view.
Yeah.
Actually, we saw many markets, and some Chinese things. Yeah, I thought that Hong Kong is more like UK, but actually it
It's
was
more
like,
China.
China.
Yeah, it's like
Ah.
China.
Yeah.
It's more Chinese.
it's like you see more
Yeah,
of
that
the
was
China-ish
so
and nature part also.
We can see
Any
more
others?
from China. And also, like a lot of houses here is so small.
Oh,
I think it's gonna be really stuffy to live there. I'm kind of sad for them. And also, what else?
also, I thought that the building are so. Yeah, in advertisement, they saw some business buildings,
Yeah.
and they were so clean, but actually they are so small apartment, which is very old. So yeah.
And Hong Kong is quite different from area to area. So what we are kind of used to is Kim Sa Chi area or Hong Kong Island area, but we are actually living in new territories.
Mhm.
And even new territories is really different from east and the west. So that's what I really like about here, because you can expect more than you think, and there are more diversity than you
Mhm.
expect. So yeah, it's amazing.
I think a lot of people come here like while dreaming about like good places especially in Hong Kong Island and
Yeah.
those developed places.
Mm-hmm.
But actually there are many places here that aren't like those.
Yeah,
like the place we're
yeah.
living in. So
Uh-huh.
for some people it's like advantages like
Mhm, for
here,
us,
but
yeah.
but I think there are still many people who
Yeah.
would think differently
Yeah,
about this.
'cause
So
Hong Kong
Yeah.
for us is more like a shopping country. I mean, shopping city, I guess. So they normally come here to shop.
yeah, that's
for,
how it generally is.
Yeah,
now.
yeah. But actually, when you try further, like there's so many stuff you can see, so many side attractions, and yeah, it's beautiful here. Yeah, especially in fall, I think.
Mhm. Yeah.
These days, the weather is amazing.
That I agree.
Yeah.
I like the weather here right
Yeah.
now.
Do you
Mm.
like weather?
Yeah.
Right now, right now.
I mean,
it's
okay, I
really
grew up
good,
in the
isn't it?
Philippines, so
Yeah, it's like it's yeah,
so
it's
good
quite
here.
different.
I don't like this weather.
Me neither.
It's too hot. And
Too hot and too humid.
Yeah, too humid.
But did you like know that this place is a hot place and humid place before
Yeah,
coming
but
here?
not
But it's
that
like more humid than we thought, right?
Ah.
Yeah. It's like you don't really know how humid it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
But it's like so sticky. Like
Yeah.
every part of your bodies are so sticky.
That's
Oh,
that I feel
I
too.
hate
Yeah.
it.
yeah.
I
know.
miss winter.
But you're gonna go back very
Yeah,
soon, so
yeah.
it's fine. It's fine. But yeah.
So overly, do you like living in